The Sharks look to kick off their road trip with a massive upset of the Dallas Stars.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker at The Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen, proudly part of the Locked On Network. We cover your team every day. And if you want to be an everyday, all you have to do is just follow along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. We're going to get you ready for tonight's game as the Sharks start a big road trip here when they face the Dallas Stars. Look at how these two teams match up. Look at how great this Dallas Stars team is. Spoiler, they're really good. Look at some projected lines and then what to watch for in this game as the Sharks have a massive challenge tonight to try to take down this very good Dallas Stars team. So let's see how these two teams match up. These Stars, 18-5-5. The Sharks, 13-12-3. These Sharks are currently at 2.86 goals for per game, good for 24th, and 3.32 goals allowed per game, 22nd. The Stars are scoring 3.43 goals for, fifth best in the NHL. And they're only allowing 2.57 goals, the third best in the NHL. Power play, 19.2% for the Sharks, 15th. The power play for the Stars, 31.5%, third. The PK for the Sharks at 81.1%, 16th. And then the PK for the Stars is at 80.9, 17th. Celebrini, of course, leads the Sharks with 14 goals, 26 assists, and 40 points. Jason Robertson has 17 goals, Mikko Rantanen 23 assists, and Robertson leads with 36 points. This Dallas Stars team is very good. Second in the NHL when it comes to points. The only team better than them is the Colorado Avalanche, who, unfortunately for the Stars, is in their division. It's weird. This team, they do a great job of scoring. When it comes to actually scoring at 5-on-5, they're one of the best teams. Again, they're great on the power play. They're finishing. They're probably actually finishing above expected. This team maybe doesn't drive as offense as well as you would expect, but they do capitalize on their opportunities. And then the goaltending has been outstanding for the Stars. So the way they line up, Seal, Wyatt Johnson, Rantanen, Ben, Hint, Robertson, Bach, Hauken, Bork, Blackwell, Faksa, and Bastian. As long for your forwards, Lindell, Heiskanen, Kulichuk, Labushkin, Capobianco, and Petrovac with Jake Oettinger in goal. And even more kind of just to really quickly with the Stars team is how they've been this good, but they've been also really banged up this year. Sagan is now out with an ACL injury. They've been doing this without Thomas Harley, who's one of their best defensemen. You Matt Duchene. They've been this good and also dealing with crippling injuries, which is I think goes to show just how good the Stars team. As for your Sharks, we're trying to put together the lines here as there might. So this is not a finalized. This is me trying to kind of put together what I think the lines are going to look like. So Toffoli, Celebrini, Smith, Eklund, Wenberg, Kurashev, Jeff Skinner, makes his return. Skinner, Dellandrea, Graf, Goodrow, Ostapchuk, Gaudette. We know Reeves is going to be out. He's dealing with a little bit of something, so I think they want to give him a little bit of extra rest. So he's not going to be in tonight's game. Defensively, Orlov, Liljegren, Ferraro, Klingberg, Dickinson, Leddy. We know Dickinson and Leddy are playing together. That's going to be a pair. We know Iorio and Luka Madulan are out. So we could see some changes in the defensive pairs, but those six will be in it. And then Askarov is starting tonight. So what to watch for in this game is we know the Sharks got absolutely blown out in the last game. Wasn't pretty. We know it was a bad game. How do they respond? And the Sharks, like, one of the good things about this Sharks team this season is whenever these opportunities do come up, right, where you get blown out and just outplayed and everything, they've done a good job of bouncing back in the next game. And I think this is going to be a big opportunity for them to bounce back. And I expect them to play well in this game. So we also know Macklin Celebrini, right? Games after the Sharks lose, he comes back and he is a monster in those games. So I expect Celebrini to have a big night. Same thing with Askarov. I expect Askarov to have a big night tonight as well, and at least keep the Sharks in this game for as long as he possibly can. So effort, hustle, all that fun stuff, right? Coaches love. How does that look in the first period? I expect that to be like off the charts, and especially because this team lost their day off on Wednesday. Or no, Thursday, sorry, excuse me. They were supposed to have the day off on Thursday and then travel out. No, they had a practice. So would expect that stuff to be kind of drilled in to start this game. For the Sharks in this game, like you were kind of the path to success is I think Askarov is going to have to be the best goaltender, which, I mean, Jake Oettinger is a very good goaltender, one of the best in the league. But the Sharks, for some reason, strangely enough, do have a little bit of success against Oettinger. He, like, again, in 8 games, like, he only has an .897 save percentage, where he is typically, in his career, he's like a .912, and even this year, he's like a .906. Like, the Sharks typically do have some success against Oettinger. He's still, like, the Stars have still won 6 of those games, but I think the Sharks are going to need a little bit of an Oettinger kind of game from Oettinger, I think, to have a big opportunity here. And with the Stars, of course, dealing with a lot of the depth issues, your bottom 6, I think, for the Sharks are going to have a big game against the Stars bottom 6. And we'll see how that goes because, again, this is a very good and deep Stars team. But, a guy like Jeff Skinner making his return and most likely playing in the bottom 6, and like Gaudette, Kershaw, like guys like that, I think need to be kind of big time difference makers tonight and kind of win those battles and win those minutes for the Sharks. And the PK needs to be clean and crisp against this ridiculous Stars penalty or power play, because you're going up against the 3rd best power play in the NHL. And I know the Sharks penalty kill has really, flipped the switch since the start of November, but this is a big time test. And you cannot let the Stars get a goal or 2 goals on the power play and think you're going to come out of this game with a victory. So, and then you have to do what you didn't do in the last game against the Caps, which is bury your chances, right? Think about early on, couple posts, right? The Sharks had some opportunities to get back in that game. They weren't able to. You got to take advantage of those tonight. So I think the Sharks play well. I do think they play well, but the Stars team is really good. So I think this is one of those games where like a definite moral victory, where I think the Stars win like 4-2. But I think the Sharks come out of it like heads feeling, like heads held high, feeling we found our game again. And one of those things where, okay, we found our game. Now let's keep this going against, on our next game on Sunday. So that's kind of how I feel this game goes for them, where they're, they're in it, but the Stars are just too talented and too good of a team. So, but yeah, we'll break this game down tonight on your next episode of Locked On Sharks. Wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at My Fry Hole. Until tonight, bye, friends.